This is a response to 2bsirius, some of the comments you've made on my Pantheism is Evil video there, Karen. I'll just bring up the comments because I think there are some specific things I want to address. Okay, I mean, you used the word simplistic several times in this. In your first comment, I mean, you've left 4 comments here. I kind of wish you'd done a video already, but in the first comment, you say my question itself is a simplistic anthropomorphizing of all life and making it into a giant consuming mouth. And then later on, in second comment, you say you find attitudes like mine frightening, simplistic, and at their core out of touch with the real struggle to find viable alternatives. I mean, I should add that what I'm really critiquing here is a pantheism which awards certain qualities to either nature or the universe or the kind of everythingness of that whole thing. Really, that's what I'm critiquing. And the kind of anthropomorphization that goes on within that, which I do find simplistic and relentlessly positive for the most part. I'm talking about Avatar, Lion King, pantheism, which I see a lot of, and I see a lot of on YouTube. If people want to do that, fine. You know what I mean? If people want to make the world or the universe, give it a unique character, that's fine. But at least I think people should be honest to what the complexity of that character. And if mine seems simplistically destructive and well, I can't help it being frightening. I don't find it frightening. If it comes off that way, then it's a reflection of what I see as the oversimplification that's going on in the reverse. I mean, I'm certainly not awarding worth of any kind, positive or negative, to the universe. I mean, in comment 3 you say that everything is indifferent. I mean, that absolutely captures my position. Everything is indifferent. And because it's indifferent, it's meaningless, in my view, to take a reverential attitude to it, to take an attitude of awe toward it, to take an attitude of worship toward it. Any of those attitudes, I would say, emerge from the experiences. They're not things that we bring to it. As I said in an earlier comment, I don't think the universe or nature is worthy of reverence or worthy of positive value. I think there are experiences that nature gives us which give meaning to our understanding of terms like value and worth. The universe does not come pre-formed either as, in my opinion, either as positive or negative. Those terms emerge out of our embodiment and our relationship to it. And a lot of that embodiment is negative. I'm sorry, but the evolution, yes, of course I'm oversimplifying the evolutionary narrative. I understand that. But it is driven by some fairly hard taskmasters. I'm sure you know that. It is driven by some very difficult and painful, and there's a lot of suffering around, and the pleasures there too. They're just part of the indifference of the universe. Pleasures and all of the incredibly complex feelings that comes with being human are undoubtedly a product of that very relationship. So I'm being simplistic. You're absolutely right. The universe is indifferent. Yep, that's absolutely true. So if I came off as too negative, it's because I am balancing what I see as the ridiculous positivity of a lot of pantheism. I'm just making sure I haven't missed any of your comments. Okay, your conclusions are these. All life, including human life, is by its very nature nothing but pointless suffering. Yes and no. Yes, we come into this world as pointless feeling. Could be suffering, could be the other thing. But it doesn't come with a point. If there's a point, you have to sharpen it yourself. Furthermore, we live in a nightmare world of evolutionary determinism, and nothing can or will change that. I don't think there's anything particularly deterministic about evolution. And the fact that we can change that is demonstrated by pigeons and pedigree dogs and human society. And some of it's suffering, some of it's not. I don't think it's not a nightmare world. A nightmare is the world is indifferent. If there's a nightmare, it's a nightmare we are having. In seeing the world in this limited way, you eliminate a lot of possibilities. For example, the conditional free will inherent within compatibilism. Yeah, I'm working through some free will stuff at the moment elsewhere, but I'm not eliminating anything. I'm critiquing naive pantheism and the smugness that I see in a lot of naive pantheism, and quite honestly, the condescension that some naive pantheists have to positions like my own, in particular the kind of smugness that I was responding to in my previous video. This idea that if you have read the things I've read and have had the experiences I've experienced, and then therefore making the kinds of expressions that I'm making, that I am necessarily either stupid or blinkered or blind or not seeing the world as it is. And that's patronising and condescending, and that's some of the attitude that I've had from, in this particular last video, from Don Quixote de Core, but I've come across it elsewhere too. You end by saying, I think you see this as heroism. I don't know where you get heroism from. I don't think there's anything particularly heroic. Again, heroic as a human is something we take to the world. It's not something we take from it. So I don't know what you mean by that, to be honest. No, I'm sorry. I just don't get that. No. Anyway, thanks for the comments. How do I turn this thing off? Stop capture.